Namaste, myself Triveni Khurana, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics. Today we are going to discuss about IRR or infrared radiation therapy. IRR, it is used for the relief of pain and stiffness and to enhance healing of soft tissue lesion and skin conditions by producing the superficial thermal effects in the tissues. Now we are discussing about the production of IRR. Any hot body emits infrared ray. The sun, gas fire, coal fire, electric fires, hot water pipes for therapeutic purpose. IRR produced by two types of generators. These are non-luminous and luminous generators. Non-luminous generators provide infrared rays only, while luminous generators emit visible and a few ultraviolet rays as well as infrared. The spectral value of IR1 or A, it varies from 760 nanometer to 1400 nanometers. IRRB varies from 1400 nanometer to 3000 nanometer. IRRC varies from 3000 nanometer to 1 millimeter. Now there are two types of infrared generators, as we said, luminous generator and the non-luminous generator. First we are discussing about the luminous generators. In this, rays emitted produced by one or more incandescents or radiant lamps. An radiant lamp consists of a wire filament enclosed in a glass bulb, which may be evacuated or may contain an inert gas at low pressure. A part of the inside of the glass bulb is often silver to provide a reflector. The filament is a coil of fine wire and is usually made up of tungsten, as this material tolerates related heating or cooling. The passage of an electric current through the filament produces heat, infrared violet, ultraviolet and visible radiations. The ultraviolet produced is absorbed by the glass of the lamp and therefore it's not emitted. These lamps generally available with the power level of between 250 to 1500 watt. The lamp available at this generally emits IRR with wavelengths of between 780 nanometer to 1500 nanometer with peak intensity at 1000 nanometer. Now what's its penetration? The term is and subcutaneous tissue to a depth of 5 to 10 millimeter. The luminous generator is sometimes also called radiant heat. Now what is non-luminous generator? Non-luminous generators consist of a coiled resistance wire which is looped around or fixed in a ceramic insulated material and produce far infrared electromagnetic rays in between 1500 to 12,000 nanometers. Infrared radiation will be emitted by both the wire and the heated material surrounding it. These generators produce only infrared radiation and no other visible radiation. These are generally available with power levels in between 750 to 1000 watt. The infrared emitter is placed at the focal point of a parabolic reflector to reflect the radiation into an approximately uniform beam. The reflector has on its front a wire mesh. These generators produce radiation which peaks at a wavelength of around 4000 nanometer and penetrates the epidermis up to 2 millimeter. Though both the lamps require a warm-up period, non-luminous lamps take longer than the luminous lamp to reach a peak level of heat emission because of the thermal inertia of the considerable mass of metal and insulating material that has to be heated. The small lamps may take 5 minutes, but larger ones may take up to 15 minutes to reach maximum emission. Now, what are the physical effects of IRR? IRR obey the law of electromagnetic radiation, such as reflection, refraction, transmission, and absorption. Like any other radiation, IR falling on the surface of the skin is partially reflected and partially absorbed through penetration. For therapeutic infrared, the amount for therapeutic now therapeutic effects and uses are pain relief, reduction of muscle spasm, joint stiffness, edema relief, skin lesion, basically the psoriatic arthritis with the psoriasis, and dermal ulcers, that are pressure ulcers. Now, what is the technique of application of IRR? In these, we have to consider choice of apparatus, preparation of patient, arrangement of lamp and patient, and last is termination of treatment. Now, what is choice of apparatus? Choose the modality that is luminous or non-luminous. For chronic inflammatory conditions where tissue heating is required, a luminous infrared lamp is selected. And for acute inflammatory conditions or recent injuries, the sedative effects of the rays obtained from non-luminous generator. Apparatus should be in the working order, preheated at least 5 minutes before heating. Note the voltage of ammeter. Usually lamps with ammeters from 250 to 1000 watts are used. Now let's see about the preparation of patient. The position of the patient should be comfortable and adequate. Avoid undue movement of the patient. The part to be treated should be exposed and the rest of the body should be covered. Protect the eyes of the patient. Test the skin sensation of the patient. Remove all metal objects like rings and safety pins, etc. Now, what should be the arrangement of the lamp and patient? Arrange the lamp so that the rays strike the skin at right angle. The distance of the lamp from the patient should be measured approximately 75 to 90 cm for non-luminous and 45 to 60 cm for a luminous lamp. Next, set the timer. For an acute condition, duration should be 10 to 15 minutes, and for chronic condition, treatment period should be about 30 minutes. Now, the termination of treatment includes cessation of treatment. The skin should be mild to moderate warm to touch, and there should be a mild erythema. A record should be kept for each treatment. There are some dangers of IRR such as burn, electric shock, gangrene, headache, faintness, and injury to the edge of the skin. Now, what are the contraindications for IRR treatment? These are areas with defective cutaneous thermal sensation, areas with defective arterial blood supply, and subjects with advanced cardiovascular diseases, hemorrhage, scar tissue or tissue devitalized by deep X-ray treatment or other ionization radiations, malignancies, acute skin diseases such as eczema, dermatitis, and superficial infections. Thank you.